up, here comes Sandra with something sweet.
Not only is this really sweet, the story behind Savannah's Candy Kitchen is really sweet. A family in Georgia been doing this for 40 years using pecans that are only grown in Georgia. They're pecans that were actually harvested just this year, so it's not like last year's pecans. This is Savannah's Candy Kitchen, and I want to show you exactly what you're going to get, because this really, we do a lot of different things from Savannah's, but they are known first and foremost for their Gophers with the chocolate and then those incredible fresh pecans. So let me show you what you're getting in this really beautiful Valentine's Day pack-up, which you can get in time for Valentine's Day. So you are getting 3 of those milk chocolate, the giant Gophers. Look at the size of them. 3 of the dark chocolate with a little sea salt, 3 of the white chocolate, and then you're getting the smaller Gophers, the baby Gophers, 9 milk chocolate, and 8 dark chocolate. It is a full 2.5 pounds. So if you're thinking like, how many? It's a full 2.5 pounds of Savannah's Candy Kitchen, which for a lot of us, unless we're taking the drive down 95 and heading south, we might never have an opportunity to really try this. So I'm really happy to have Rhett Strickland on. Rhett, I think you guys are doing something so incredible, because you're not just making candy, you're really reviving a dying art, this idea of candy making in small batches by hand.
That's actually always what my father told me what we do here. So many people grew up in down south and they drove on 95, like you just mentioned, when they were younger with their grandparents or parents, and they got used to seeing small confection shops off the side of the road. And that was a big staple for America, but it really went away. And Dad's whole goal was to capture that thought, capture that just feeling and time and place, and be in there and enjoy our product just like you would back there, even in the early 30s and 40s, when this kind of candy in the South really took off. This is actually also, I told you earlier today, this is my father's recipe of caramel. We call it our stand-up caramel recipe. And what that means is it's made with all wholesome ingredients. We know a lot of times people go to the grocery store and you'll have a piece of caramel, and that caramel is sticky, grabs your teeth, and it's just not really what you're looking for. It's sweet, but it's not what you're looking for. The caramel that we make is down-home Southern traditional caramel. It's something that you remember your grandma having at a dinner table on a caramel layer cake, or something of the most velvety and decadent taste that you've ever had. It's a piece of history that really kind of goes all the way back to Louisiana, Georgia, even over in South Carolina. We are just so known for this stuff, and I'm just so happy to bring it here to y'all today. Again,
I'm
this
so
is a
happy
pleasure.
too. I want to show you, when you take a bite of these, he talks about the stand-up caramel. Ooh, it's got a nice pull, but it's not sticky. Look at that yummy chocolate on the back, all of those pecans. You know, your dad always said that taking a bite of one of these Gophers was like taking a bite and going back into time, because nobody makes confections like this anymore. So let's talk about these pecans, though. Pecans, we call them pecans. I guess you're calling them pecans.
I do. My mom always said, I call it a trash can, not a trash con.
Well,
so that's
you know
what
what?
I stuck with
I got to tell you, so I was calling pecans, but I was thinking, oh, I'm going to be on with Rhett today. Please remember to say pecan. Of course, I immediately forgot.
That's one of my favorite openers.
But Rhett, when we talk about those pecans that you're using, tell me about them, because you know Rick was just talking about the calamari. Know your source. You know exactly where these pecans come from.
Yes, we are lucky that since my father started this over 45 years ago, that we actually have got a relationship with these growers here in Georgia. These pecans are fresh from harvest. They are the best things you can actually get on the market. And actually, I don't know if you know this, but America, and Georgia specifically, has the #1 pecan crop in the world. So we have the best pecans anywhere that anybody can get. People from all over the world try to get our pecans and use them for numerous different things, but we like to keep ours in candy. And we just think that really makes it that fresh thing.
And you know what, Rick, you know what's really fascinating? When you talk to Rhett, so you buy candy like in the store, you don't know if those pecans are from last year's harvest or what, or where they even came from. These are all Georgia pecans that were harvested just this year, just in this most recent harvest, which is, I think, when is that? That's in the fall, right?
So, yes, ma'am. It actually starts late October, so it's in the
These are
last
fresher
6
than
months. So
fresh.
everything goes straight to the sheller from the farmers,
tell, right?
and then as soon as it
Yeah,
goes
you
to
can
the
tell.
sheller, it hits our door. So it makes the difference. You want 3 flavors here. You want the sweetness from caramel, you want the bitterness of the chocolate, and you want the saltiness of those pecans.
And I
They
love that
all
we're
go
getting
together
the
on
milk
purpose.
chocolate, which Rick and I have already put a
Oh
big
my
dent in.
heavens.
The dark chocolate with a little sea
Turtles,
salt,
man.
the white chocolate, and then those are the Gophers
These
with
are the
all
Gophers,
of those
okay.
amazing pecans. And
These are the
then we've got our little baby
man.
Gophers right here in milk and white. And I'm going to show you even those baby Gophers.
Oh,
man,
Rep.
take a look.
Oh,
Look
man,
at
are they good.
that caramel.
I love a baby gopher. We are lucky y'all gave us that idea of that baby gopher. You have people at home saying, hey, I love this gopher, but I need some that are small and bite-sized. And we
Yeah, 'cause
said, you
they're
know
like-
what? That's a brilliant idea.
Well, each one of these big Gophers, they're like candy bar size, if you think about it. All right, so I gotta let everybody know. These are going very quickly. We have 900 left, and that's it. Notice, comes a beautiful box, has the little Valentine's Day thing on top.
We
Look,
got
I'll
a
show you.
sleeve.
Look at
That's
this. Yeah,
right,
the
we got a
thank you.
sleeve.
The
That's the whole
sleeve. Isn't that
dealio?
pretty? So you have the sleeve.
Oh, sold.
Look how beautiful.
Sold.
We can ship this to the person that you want to have it. So let's say you want to ship it to your sweetie or maybe your son and his partner, whatever. We'll ship it to them. We'll send the bill to you. And when you open that, actually open it up because I think that's the box that shows how it looks when it comes.
Here we go.
Look, it is so. Look at this. It's jam-packed. That is a big box right from Savannah's Candy Kitchen in Georgia.
Look, all them pecans. They're everywhere.
Yeah, and look at, and they're all individually packaged, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
nice. So if you want to do like little individual, like cute Valentine's Day gifts, that's great. But it kind of goes back, Rhett, to what makes it special is the quality, and you can taste that quality. And the quality
ma'am.
doesn't come from some fancy machine. It comes
No,
from
ma'am.
small batch candy making, like almost no one does anymore.
We still make everything in a copper kettle. This, like you just said, it's hand done, wholesome ingredients, and it's by scratch. So this is fresh cream, fresh butter, fresh eggs going in a pot, and we're looking at it, we're measuring it by hand, we're timing it by hand. It is, you couldn't get a more wholesome, fresh caramel than what you have in front of you
Well,
right
look
there.
at this. When you talk about a more wholesome, fresh caramel, but it's not sticky. That's the thing. It's that stand-up caramel that Rhett talks about. It's not sticky, but look at it holding on to all those pecans. So
Pecans.
pecans. Oh, darn it. Rhett, one of these days, I'm going to get through a whole presentation saying pecan.
It's all right. It's all right. That's
Hey,
great.
it's fine. It just lets us know what side of the fence you're on. That's all.
I think what it should be, like your new marketing phrase should be, no matter how you pronounce it, it's really good.
Exactly.
That's the
I like
Exactly.
that, actually.
Right?
I could put that on a sign right now. No
Put that
question.
on a
That's
side.
great.
And it's the argument, like, is it taste great, less feeling?
Yeah.
Pecans, pecans,
Yeah.
pecans, pecans. And everybody comes together and they go, yeah. Touchdown.
Rhett's dad used to say, you take a bite of this, it's like going back in time.
That's great.
Rhett, thank you so much. Thank you to the entire team at Savannah's Candy Kitchen. We don't have many to go around. Do not wait on that.
Okay, are we ready for this? Y'all ready?
Wait, I got one more thing to tell you about. Okay.